So today, Elizabeth Warren struck back and wrote a letter to the chairman of J.P. Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Citigroup. 5 years ago, the too-big-to-fail status of America's largest institutions led to the near collapse of the economy and the massive government bailouts. That crisis was the result of reckless activity on part of Wall Street and regulatory failures in Washington. To avoid repeating those mistakes and to prevent future crises, policymakers need access to objective, high-quality research, data, and analysis about our consumer and financial markets. As you know, private think tanks are extremely well-suited to provide this research and analysis. But for it to be valuable, such research and analysis must be truly independent. If the information provided by the think tanks is little more than another form of corporate lobbying, then policymakers and the public should be aware of the difference. I'm writing to encourage you to voluntarily disclose financial contributions your institutions make to think tanks. In my view, policies by your institutions to conceal those contributions from public view are wrong. As the CEO of public companies, you have an obligation to expend corporate resources only in ways that advance the interests of your shareholders. For that reason, I believe your shareholders have the right to know both which think tanks your companies are supporting and the extent that support so they can assess for themselves whether they benefit from these contributions. To be clear, your institutions have every right under law to give financial support to think tanks, and think tanks have every right to accept that support. But just as there is transparency around your direct efforts to influence policymaking through lobbying, the same transparency should exist for any indirect efforts you make to influence policymaking through financial contributions to think tanks. I would be happy to discuss the issue with you further and hope you reach out to my office if you're interested in doing so. Now, let me put that in terms that, in the way that we would say it in Worcester, of which Senator Warren is the senator. Hey, douchebags, how about you tell us if you're funding these douchebags at the third way? Let me know if you need any help with that. All right?
I could totally support you in figuring that out.
Yeah, you need any help? Let me, give me a call. We'll shoot over there. We'll pop a couple of brews. So get on it, all right? D-bag?
We could bring those guys some Mike's Hard Lemonade or whatever it is they drink,
Yeah.
and we can figure it out.
I got a case of Busch beer that's sitting in the back of my Chevy Nova. I got some friends from Lowell come down with a couple of aluminum bats, and we'll just, smack around your computers a bit and see what comes out.
We'll iron out our differences in that sense.
That's right. We'll break some bread. All right?